Hi guys, today I would like to share with you 4 Easter recipes that are surely going to be on my Easter table this year. All of them are vegetarian, even though I'm not a vegetarian myself, but I do like throwing in vegetarian days into my diet. And they're all very refreshing, full of fresh vegetables and fruit, and they're just so amazingly healthy and good for you. So I hope that you're going to like them as much as I do. And let's get started. The first recipe is one of my most favorite salads ever, and it's the freshest taboule. So you'll need 1 cup of organic bulgur from wheat or spelt, 3 spring onions, 1 cup of fresh mint, 2 cups of fresh parsley, 1 pound of tomatoes, 4 tablespoons of lemon juice, 6 tablespoons of olive oil, and that's it. So we're going to start by boiling the bulgur, and you need 1 cup of bulgur to 2 cups of water, and boil it for around 15 minutes with the lid closed until it softens enough. Then I'm going to start by chopping the onions really finely. The next thing to do is chopping the parsley, and it really doesn't take that long if you do it by hand. If you do it with a blender, it's not going to be the same consistency, so definitely try to chop it by hand. It's going to take probably 3-4 minutes max. And then I also chop up the mint in the same way. And then it's time to chop the tomatoes quite finely as well. By now bulgur is ready, it's nice, soft and creamy, just the way I like it. And then it's time to juice the lemons. Finally, it's time to put the salad together. So I start by adding the onions, the tomatoes, all the wonderful herbs. I add some olive oil, and it wasn't enough, so I added some more because I love tons of oil. And then I added the bulgur, the lemon juice, some salt, and some black pepper. And then it's time to mix everything together until all the colors blend. I just love this salad because of all the amazing color contrast. It's one of the most beautiful things ever, and it's absolutely mouth-watering. And I always finish by adding a bit of a decorated touch with 3 leaves of mint. As it's Easter time, of course I had to throw in an egg recipe. You'll need 3 eggs, half a small avocado, half a tomato, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, and that's it. We'll start by boiling the eggs, and I always add a tablespoon of baking soda just to make it easier to peel, because fresh eggs can be a pain to peel. Then I chop the tomato really finely. Then it's time to deal with the avocado. And by the way, this is the way my husband does it, and I think it's a brilliant way to get perfect cubes for your salad. I think it's a genius idea, so if you want, you can do it this way as well. I add the avocado to the tomatoes. I add some olive oil, some salt. I also decided to add some oregano at the last moment because I wanted it to taste like pizza, but it's optional. And then I peeled the eggs, and even though I added some baking soda, they're still very hard to peel. It's just because they're fresh, nothing I can do. And then you need to cut the eggs in half. And the next job is taking all the egg yolks out with a spoon, which was quite difficult for this one, but the other ones were much easier. And then I chopped them up just to be small enough for the salad. Then I add the egg yolks to the salad, mix everything together, and the filling is ready. Then it's time to decorate the plate. I like putting some arugula at the bottom just to give a nice pop of green color. And then I take each egg one by one and I fill it with the filling. And it doesn't have to be too tidy because it's going to look beautiful anyway with all those different colors. It's such an easy and amazing recipe, and it's not just for Easter. We eat it all the time for breakfast, or with any kind of salad. It's just such a good and easy recipe. Super good for you as well. And here it is together with the amazing taboule. Together they taste amazing. You have to try them. So the next recipe is a salad with a twist. You'll need 2 ounces of arugula, half a pound of boiled beetroot, 2 oranges, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, and 2 tablespoons of honey. I suggest wearing gloves because you don't want to look like you just killed somebody and it's impossible to wash off. So I start by chopping the beetroot in cubes, and then I slice the oranges because I find it easier to peel them like that. These ones are quite a pain to peel, but they are local, they are from the local farmers, and they taste amazing, so I don't mind the extra work. And then you need to chop them into smaller pieces, just small enough to go onto the salad. And then I start layering all the ingredients. I start by beetroots. I top them with some arugula. And then I massage them together to blend all the taste and colors. And then I top everything with the oranges. Then it's time to make the dressing. So I add the olive oil, the lemon juice, the honey, and then it's optional, but you can also add some mustard powder just because it gives a little bit of spiciness. And then I add the salad dressing on top of the salad and it's ready for you. I just love the mixture of the different colors, the orange, the purple and the green. It looks so spring-like and so beautiful. I hope that you're going to enjoy it as much as I do. It's just a perfect recipe for Easter or for summertime as well. So the next recipe is a dessert, and it's a pistachio and clementine parfait. So you're going to need 2 clementines, 1.5 cups of unsweetened yogurt, 1/3 teaspoon of vanilla powder, 4 tablespoons of honey, 4 tablespoons of unsalted crushed pistachios, and then I'll start by adding some vanilla to the yogurt, and you'll be surprised how much you actually need to make it taste like vanilla. Then I mix everything together. Then I peel the clementine and break it into pieces. Then it's time to hull the pistachio nuts. And then Jimmy decided to come and investigate. I think he was really interested and he wanted to star in the video. And then I'm old-fashioned, but I like using a pestle and mortar for crushing my nuts, but you can also use a food processor or whatever you like. The end result should look something like this. Now it's time to put the dessert together. So I start with the first layer of yogurt, and it should be around 1/4 of the glass. And then I add some honey on top. And then the next layer is clementines. Then I sprinkle some pistachio nuts on top. It's around 1/4 of the whole amount. And then the next layer is yogurt again. And then some honey. The clementines. And top it with pistachio nuts. And that is it. Super easy and quick, but trust me, it tastes amazing. And it's best if you leave it in the fridge for a few hours at least before you eat it, because all the tastes are going to blend and it's going to taste amazing. So I hope you're going to enjoy it. So I hope that you enjoyed watching this video, and I hope that I've given you some ideas for your Easter table. And my next video is going to be about a very special weight loss drink, which I love drinking around the time when bikini season is getting closer. So if you're interested in that, keep an eye out for my next video, and I'll see you then. Bye!